It is post-match pint. It is the Glenbuck. I am Neil Atkinson. This is Kev Walsh. This is Phil Blundell. Kev Walsh is looking at what I was wearing on pre-match warm-up there, by the way. Here we are, Liverpool. Let me frame it this way. The most impressive team in the country have just got beat by Liverpool 4-2. Christ, they're good. Phil Blundell, they come at you, and 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 they come at you, but they had no answer to Federico Chiesa.
Why can you have an answer when a man's got a song this good? It's like...
Because he's the greatest Liverpoolian.
When he came on, it was like, well, he's just gonna score, isn't he? There was a weird thing where you're like, the most obvious thing is Chiesa scoring, and then it happens. But I thought, like, we sort of found ourselves 2-0 without almost trying. The first goal was a lucky break, wasn't it? Breaks.
I thought we were great to 15 after half time. I thought we were great.
I said to me dad at about 52, just had to be scored. If you think back a year, the best period we were in the early stages on the slot was the 15 minutes after half time. We were incredible at it. There was more of that again today. Get the second goal, and the manager for me almost thought the game was won. And
to be fair, he wasn't alone.
Well, but he made subs that suggested that. The left back one I was alright with, the right back one I really wasn't, because he's put on a centre mid who he, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't trust that much to play right back, which is in his position. And he's also incredibly different. Frimpong is rapid. The first goal they score.
I think Phil must have missed Chiesa's goal, you know that.
He thinks he finished 2-0.
Dude, when did you get off after they scored the second?
Well, not to that, Kevin.
Fucking grow up, Phil.
That,
Chiesa's the greatest Liverpoolian. That was fucking brilliant.
What a fucking football team.
Nah, I'm only messing. I know exactly what you mean. I think the two full-back subs were clearly, weren't they? They were clearly designed, like pre-planned. You can have the flat one, Neil. No, they were clearly pre-planned, weren't they? So he's done it, and Gomez then comes on. And I'm like, fucking hell, he's fit. I didn't even realise, you know what I mean?
Beautiful, isn't he?
But yeah, I think you've got to remember, you said it before, they're fucking brilliant, them. And where they are brilliant is counter-attacks. Honestly,
winning it and going.
Them two goals come from the same thing. We lost the ball about 30 yards from their goal, and bang, it was a goal. And that's Semenyo, by the way. The best reason to sign him might be the same reason to sign Isak, so we never have to fucking play against him again, because he is absolutely brilliant. He's the reason Kirkers looked a little bit shaky, because Kirkers had to deal with him all for that full hour. Kirkers must have been thinking, oh lad, why couldn't you just be some absolute shithouse?
Why couldn't you just play it on the other side?
Yeah,
like that's what,
wouldn't you just fuck off for a little bit?
I think with them, he changes the shape when he makes the sub. You're in the cop, could you see it? The shape changes. He goes to a diamond.
Does he?
He goes Gakpo left mid, Szoboszlai right mid, McAllister deepest, Wirtz, and then Gakpo and Salah. And it only happens for about 10 minutes until the next sub. Yeah. But he goes to a diamond, and for a few minutes, Bournemouth are confused. They can't work out where to press or what to do. And then what they do is they go, oh, hang on, you've got no one playing in any wide areas, watch this, win it back, bang, 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 and go. So it confused them for 5 minutes, and we just kept coming as a wave. And then all of a sudden they went, no, you've got no one there. And it is a fair point, Phil's point, with reference to the manager of, you are messing about a bit here, lad, with something that worked.
No, don't get me wrong, it was working, but don't forget, you look at them substitutions, and we've had an unbelievable, the transfer window I've been asking FSG to do for fucking 10 years, we've had. But we've got to the end of it, and we're looking a little bit shy on the numbers, aren't we? No, what I mean is though, I think he was looking at his bench and going, I have got to make the subs because the players on there. And Neil's been you've been pointing out all summer, these 3 games are an island in terms of the season. So he knows, like McAllister starts and we're all made up, but everyone in the ground, McAllister, every Bournemouth fan, everybody knew that he was going to do an hour at the max. So the substitutions, in my opinion, have been pre-planned there. And I understand what you mean about changing the shape, but because we are, it's mad to say it, a little bit lacking in numbers and quality to come off the bench, then you've got to make the shape work for the players that you're bringing on. And I think that's what he started to do. The mad thing was, as you said, bringing Endo on at right back when Gomez comes on, and then it's brilliant there once he actually does come on. Absolutely excellent. But I think what he's probably thinking there is, we'll get back into this now. And Endo can then push into that deeper lying role, like the hybrid thing Trent used to do. And then we come forward further. But Bournemouth is like, fucking dare you. I fucking dare you to do that. So the manager's probably going, why aren't we playing anyone else in the league except for these first?
It's insane that their goal to make it 2-2, when it's 2-1 to Liverpool.
It felt like it was 5-on-2 from 70 yards.
It was 5-on-2 from 70 yards. It was, Phil. It didn't feel like it was that. It was that. I was like, why the fuck are none of you, Steve, or the two centre-halves would have been within the rights just to go, oh, fuck it then, let them score. If they just go, well, fuck it then, go on.
I'm going to stand still and you can wear this one and go, you can explain it in training on Monday morning and tell me what you're fucking doing, lads.
Where have you all gone? What's the point of having Wataru Endo and Joe Gomez on? And by the way, I'm all into praising Gomez. If you're going to get caught 5-on-2, when you're 2-1 up, not when you're 2-1 down, when you're 2-1 up, I just couldn't believe it. And Canate ends up like all over the place.
Exciting though, isn't it?
Honestly, we're on course to concede 76 league goals.
Hey, but we might score
152, Kev. So, fucking...
And it's Gaze get to win every week, mate. I'm going to lose some fucking timber because I'm sweating, lad. The greatest living Liverpoolian, lad. What a fella he is.
It is with them. It was so... I'm so angry still. I like that you're dead happy.
I'm fucking made up, mate.
I didn't have this, you know. I thought he'd be fuming about something.
Fuck that Chiesa scored, if you heard the song. Yeah. It's fucking boss.
Anfield sense fucking buzzing off that, like.
I was so angry with them at 2-2.
Yeah, same.
I was so angry with them. I've obviously now, I've cheered up.
I'd like to think so, because otherwise I'm going to have to take over here, you know. You still have to go and have a little word.
Put yourself for free.
Kev Walsh on vibes, who had that one?
Yeah, I was so angry with them at 2-0.
Yeah, it was like...
2-2
it felt a bit unprofessional from 2-0 to 2-1 in terms... Yeah, 2-0 to 2-2. In terms of... It felt like he thought the game was won because both goals were... They felt avoidable to me in terms of how we...
So just to come back at you both on that point then, is there not a bit of you that thinks we've absolutely run the game there? Don't get me wrong, they were excellent, but when they attacked under a normal circumstance, not just a really speedy breakaway, like a 17, 18 Klopp breakaway, 100%. We had them under control. They were two good breakaways then. The second one, obviously, Endo wins the first ball, but is then in no man's land. So doesn't know whether to go or stay, and by the time he's made a decision, it's gone. And I think sometimes, listen, I'm not one to often say you've got to give the opposition credit, but genuinely,
I'm all about giving them credit.
Them two breaks, I thought, were excellent, you know. Like, both of them were so...
I'm just watching their first goal back now. Van Dijk is honking for this, by the way.
Yeah, he's really playing them on.
He plays them on, and then he's not aggressive enough. He can ghost the ball and empty it, and
honestly,
he does empty it.
Ash, cut this, lad. The Chiesa song, remember that bit?
No. There's loads of mitigating circumstances, and the point about the bench is absolutely spot on. Also, if Gomez has done 3 more days in pre-season, he brings him on instead of Endo. Also, on and on and on. So, 100%, and also, the big thing is, they show some courage, Liverpool. They back themselves, they fight. I think they're knackered at 2-2 Bournemouth. It was the first time they wobbled, I thought. It was like the adrenaline of going 2-2. And then they just found themselves like, oh, our legs aren't quite right now. And I thought that Liverpool, at the point where they scored, I was beginning to go, we're going to score here. And that's huge credit to the Reds.
I'd said that on about 82. I was with Mike Kearney, and I'd said to him, on about 82, we'll win this year, because they played so well. But every time we played them, if you disregard the 9-0, obviously, they're so good. Go back all the time to when Ake scores and they beat us 4-3. They're a troublesome team for us, and we played Crystal Palace last weekend, who, by the way,
but also
troublesome
team. They're not the backs of the wall team.
No.
So when Liverpool swarm at them, they're a bit like, hang on, what's going on here? I felt exactly the same way as you, to be very honest.
But even when we swarmed them, what I thought they were so good at was, they went, okay, you can swarm as much as you want, but they just compacted that central area and said, well, if you cross one and it goes in, it's sort of just one of them, but you're not going to play through us. And if you've got Florian Wirtz, that's obviously what we're going to try and do. So they probably thought, well, we can't deal with every problem. What's their biggest one? And it's Florian Wirtz. So they compact the middle area, and then obviously the plan is just give it to Semenyo, because he's unbelievable. He's so good. And they did that. And I honestly, I didn't think they offered, like, let's put it this way, at 2-2, I would have felt not hard done to, but I'd have been a bit like, we were the better team there. I probably wouldn't have disagreed with the results. I wouldn't have disagreed with the results. I think after he go 2-2, around that time, maybe around that time rather than after, they were on the attack and they were coming at us. And it probably is because we've made a couple of substitutions and the system's changed a little bit. Guess what? That's just football sometimes. I think once we got control back, I felt personally like we'd maintained that control. And then once it got to 80 minutes, 85 minutes, there was only ever one winner in that game. And fucking hell, like Chiesa song.
It is amazing.
It's mad how the manager's picking the Chiesa song up front next week, isn't it?
It's fucking work today, mate.
No, it's mad, it's him. He done my head in just a minute before when there was Salah, a bit of clever play, and I thought Salah should have got on to something from Salah, and I was like, why haven't we got a different sub? Why have we got this far?
He's shite, just to confirm, he's shit, but his song's fucking great, and it scored the winner.
But he's still a footballer. I've seen bad players play for Liverpool. He's not a bad player. No. You can quite clearly see, if it wasn't for the physical issues, he was a genuinely really good footballer. He's doing all the really good footballer things, just not quite as quick as you'd like. And then it drops to him.
The finish, by the way, is a genuinely instinctive finish. Yeah. You see it. It's not like it's not a way you kick a ball, really, is it? He sort of just dangled his leg out.
Doing whatever it takes. Just doing whatever it takes to get it.
It was a finisher's finish.
Like it's a Luis Suarez style. I'm going to kick this ball somehow, and it's going to go in the goal. And it might not look the best, but the ball's gone in that net there, and that's what it looks like. That's ultimately all you need to do in the last 5 minutes of a game where you're drawing 2-2 and you need the goal. It was a little bit scrappy, but ultimately you get the ball, you put your foot on it, you put it in the back of the net. You can't ask for much more than that, really.
No, I'll keep saying it. It is such a shame. The song's incredible. He's a really, really obvious natural footballer. He's just not mobile. And so you sort of watch him. But I'm made up about the moment, because whatever happens with him from now on, he got the goal in the cup final, but it never led to anything. He played at times in the back end of last season. It was never a thing. The song goes mad, but now the goal's worthy of the song. That's why it's great. The song's brilliant, but that goal today, it's massive for this season.
It's huge for the season, but also at the moment that he comes on, I assume Engamo was on the bench. Yeah. So everyone around me was shouting for him. That's why I assumed on the bench.
Really?
I haven't even looked at him. Because I was after saying, why are you bringing Chiesa on? He's not good enough. And I am fully in with that. And as everyone knows, I'll fucking slag anyone if I think he's shit. I've got no problem with that. And I don't think that he's good enough. But for him to come on and then do that, not only validates his inclusion for himself, but it validates the managers to go, that was a good sub, that. Because the other sub doesn't put Rio and Gamora in the centre where that ball lands. The other sub puts him on the left-hand side and Cody Gakpo's there. And I'm not saying Gakpo can't do that, but it's just another string to the manager's bow, where it says, that was a really, really good substitution. And you might think it's lucky, and listen, football's all about luck, isn't it? As well rather be lucky than good, by the way. Give me lucky every day of the week. But now we get to go. There's another one where I say to the players, I knew that would work. And honestly, do you know what, though? All these things I do, because if you draw 2-2 today, it's just, well, I'll tell you what, this is a different conversation what we're having now, aren't we? It's a different atmosphere here, it's a different atmosphere in the ground. That atmosphere at the end of the game here was unbelievable. Honestly, brilliant. I never stay in the ground after the final whistle. I stayed then. That was absolutely brilliant. And it's the first one, and we've got another 37 of them to go to get to the same points as last season when we beat Tottenham. And that's what it's all about. And goals like that and decisions like that from the managers to bring him on are what drive you forward towards that and fucking bring it on as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they're going to have to be smarter next week against Newcastle away. They're going to have to up a couple of things. By then, maybe there's another signing somewhere. Don't think it'll be easy.
There's Gravenberch back as well next week.
Which gives him another sub.
You saw points today where I was like, I'd have loved a bit of Ryan Gravenberch in that particular situation.
And
like ultimately, the second goal, Szoboszlai's on the edge of the box. Gravenberch's not on the edge of the box, I don't think. Yeah. I think, and ultimately, Szoboszlai was effectively playing his role. I just don't think Gravenberch's in that position. I think he's 10 yards deeper, watching it and going,
Phil,
I'm seeing things
this way. I take your point, but I wouldn't have thought Wataru Endo was going to be ahead of the ball either.
There is also that element of it. And yeah, that's a problem.
So,
Endo was, just to confirm now, I'm not Endo's biggest fan, as you spoke now. The reason he was ahead of the ball was because he'd cut out the initial pass. Because he'd gone to go to right back, and he cut that out. And the ball that he won fell to the lad who then put it over him. So when it's not slag Endo all day, I've got no problem with that. But he was out of position, but it wasn't his fault.
Ultimately, we lose the ball on the edge of the other team's box when we're winning 2-1. And we've got 8 men the wrong side of the ball. That's not ideal, is it?
It's exciting though, Phil.
I said it was Joe Gomez before. One of them wasn't Joe Gomez. He wasn't on them.
I didn't think he was on them, by the way. But I always bow down to your knowledge.
No, fuck me off.
Fuck this visor wearing bastard.
Fuck me off. Fuck me off. Don't worry about that. No, it's got to sharpen up. You say you're right to say that Gravenberg will be back. It gives him another move in midfield. Gomez will have done a bit longer. Yeah. Bradley it's 10 days. Bradley might be back in operation. You know, there's moves for him.
If Frimpong can't do 90, you can bring Gomez on for 20 maybe, and that for me feels better than putting Endo on for.
Both fullbacks I feel will play like that all season.
Yeah.
So it'll be Bradley and Frimpong 60 and 30, and it'll be Kirkes and Robertson.
Completely agree.
You'd have probably preferred Robertson to start, but if you don't start Kirkes against his old team after you've just signed him, it's a little bit of a kick in the teeth to him, isn't it? So I think you'll see that a lot in the coming season. And I'm alright with it, because the players you're talking about bringing on, Paul Gomez was excellent when he came on.
He was brilliant, wasn't he? Superb.
Really, really well at right back. Robertson's obviously brilliant. Kirkes was a little bit shaky, but it's his first start at Anfield, so I'm okay with it. And the fact that we've got them options there is great. Just, I'd like another centre-half option, and I'd like 2 more options up front.
I'll talk about Vertman, Phil, but I'm going to talk about the player who already played for us last season. I thought second half, Gakpo was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well worth his goal, but I just thought he looked the absolute part.
Boss song this, lad. Hey, Cody Gakpo, can you have a song like this, lad? Nah, listen. Gakpo's fucking brilliant. Also, Gakpo is one of them fellas who, you can imagine he's been asked to do 23 different things, and he's going, alright, don't Gaff, I'll do it, because I can do it. You could have, as I said before, you could have put Engamoa out there and put him in the middle, and you would have trusted that. Gakpo, when he's on the ball, but also has overall awareness. He's not instinctive, Gakpo, I don't feel.
No, I agree with you.
Gakpo plays the game like he's a part of a unit. They're like Szoboszlai does. Szoboszlai plays like that as well. And to have an attacking player in that mould doesn't half give you some options. Because if you said to him, go and do 20 minutes at right wing because Mo Salah wants to come off or whatever, he'd do it, and he'd know exactly what to do. I think Gakpo's an unbelievable player and probably one of our most underrated.
Wirtz, great to watch. Just looked a little tired at the point at which he comes off, and he just stopped. I thought Tyler Adams did a really good job with him as well.
Tyler Adams was very good. I thought he was a little bit quiet in terms of what he did. I don't think he impacted the game a great deal.
I thought he
but
was
at the same time,
really good second half.
But at the same time, oh, it's George's fan. I thought it was someone serious.
George's not the main man.
But like, he influenced the game in some ways where you can sort of look at him and go, he's going to be a serious footballer for us over the course of the season. Incidentally, we're going to need to get earpieces if this season carries on like this though. Kev's just done 2 minutes here and I haven't got a fucking clue what he said.
It was alright.
I'm just trying to gauge yourself for 2 minutes.
Like sound. It wasn't anything to do with the quality of it. I didn't doubt the quality of his comments. It was just, I don't want to basically repeat the obvious words of wisdom and, you know, give the people.
I was all about Gakpo, you can have Wirtz, mate.
That's why I did it that way. It's almost like I do know what I'm doing.
Honestly, I didn't know you talked about Gakpo, so. Like, you can see he's a quality player, but for a while, I think it's going to take us a little bit of time to adjust to this. Him being a midfielder whilst also not being a midfielder. It is a different shape, and I think it's going to take us a little bit of time to adjust to this, but
you're not going to play Bournemouth every week,
though. No, exactly. No, 100% we're not. Absolutely we're not.
Yeah,
I reckon we win loads of them, but good God, we'd have to work hard.
I'd be sweating if we did that.
My head would be like it fucking is now. Jesus Christ. I thought you see what, like, I came out of it sort of excited about what I think I'm going to see from him, as opposed to excited what I saw about him from today.
Can you imagine with Wirtz? So today, as I said before, I felt that they really, really tried to congest the centre. Can you imagine Wirtz when we're the Bournemouth on the break?
Yeah.
Do you know the way he passes the ball like nothing I've ever seen? And I don't mean in terms of like Steven Gerrard could pass it 50 yards, unbelievable pass to the ball.
Thiago style in a way, isn't it?
It's the silky touch,
15, 20 yards further forward, where's that space?
That's it. And his pass, some of them are like off, like his heel on the outside of his boot, but it's like he's laced them with silk into the feet of the page. Honestly, he's unbelievable.
Last thing. Should we talk about the centre forwards?
What? Have we not done him yet, by the way? Fucking wild, that.
I thought you'd done it ages ago. I was saying there, because the Chiesa song. Hey, good song as well.
Fucking conga, but I'm into the song, by the way, because I think we haven't got enough simplistic songs. And it's done my head in for a while that every time someone's like, I've got this song with this player, and it's like fucking War and Peace. War and Peace. I'm not arsed, like, just sing his name to a tune.
Honestly,
great, his love it.
He's fucking brilliant.
Golden assist, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fancy football nonsense.
A goal. Like, I was low down in the cop, so it was obviously the opposite end to me. So I couldn't get a depth perception. But when he took it, he seemed to me to run into the box. Everyone else thought something else was going on, and he just went bang right in the corner.
Do you know what?
Honestly, unbelievable.
On the inside training this week, there's a very similar chance he has where it's like he's about 8 yards out from the goalkeeper, and you're like, he's going to put it to the goalkeeper's right. The goalkeeper, I think it's Woodman, the third choice lad, goes to the right and he just strokes it.
That's exactly what
cool
I
as
felt
fuck
like
into the left-hand corner. He gets a nice break of the ball, I think, with the...
Oh, yeah, obviously does, but it doesn't matter.
It's beautiful. It doesn't matter.
Better to be lucky than good.
100%, Kev, 100% in. Ultimately, he finds himself 12 yards out between the goalposts and he just passed the ball into the back of the net, and you can't ask more than that, can you?
All right, the admin then, very, very quickly, a couple of things. One, this post-match pint is for free from the Glenbuck. We love being in the Glenbuck, and we also love doing post-match pint. We do it after every game. All the home games we're here. It's a pleasure to be here every single time. Subscribe to the Anfield Wrap if you haven't thought about doing so already. theanfieldwrap.com/subscribe, or do it through the app. Admin bit number 2. I know there's been reports of some sort of racist outburst towards Semenyo. We haven't got any more detail yet. We were in the ground. Whatever it is, whatever it sounds like, it looks like both sets of players, managers took it really seriously. Our manager, Slot.
Someone got arrested at our time, by the way.
Good.
Did they?
Yeah. Hey, and they should kick the little fuck out of him and ban him from Anfield forever. Piece of shit.
So there we are. That is the general view, 100%. Slot had a long conversation with Semenyo at the end as well. Final whistle. When I was in the ground, hung on. Had a long chat with him about that. Hopefully everyone at Liverpool, well, not hopefully, I know everyone at Liverpool will do what should be done around all of this. 100%. So we expect it at 100%. But we'll talk more about that on Monday when there's a bit more information, because we haven't got all the information right now. But completely agree with what Kev said a minute ago. 100%. Absolutely no time for it in any way, shape or form. Other than Federico Chiesa.
He's here to win, mate.
Can you hear that, by the way? Can you hear them?
Who's your man of the
match?
Can you
hear them, Kev? Fuck.
Have a grow up, Neil.
I said other than.
No. Have a little grow up, mate. Hey, just put 11 Chiesas on the pitch every single game and I'll go, mate.
Fuck the goalkeeper off, get him in there when we sound.
Hey, fucking EP boss in goal, him, you hear the song?
That'll have to do. That's post-match pint. Just one more thing. Better to be lucky than good. I've got Phil Blundell. I've got Kev Walsh. See you later on.